Yeah, I think so, generally speaking, but it does depend on what the gap is. You know, if it's a smaller gap, it should be just equal anyway. If it's a massive gap, you want to be sitting down with somebody and, having a discussion about who's going to pay for what or how, what the percentage goes. Depends on what you're doing in life as well. Like when we have couples come through the financial planning consultation, and actually this is where COVID was quite interesting for us as financial advisors, because when we dealt with like thousands of couples over the last year during COVID-19, and they've been together for the first time. So they're doing a Zoom in the evening time or Zoom during the day because they're working from home. Where usually, from a financial planning consultation point of view, you might meet the one part of the relationship, and then they might bring in the other partner later on, or spouse of the partner later on, a week or two later, and it's a bit disjointed. But couples are looking at us on the Zoom like bunnies in the headlights, and they know what's going on. But you got a bit of friction, and people are saying, "Look, how do we work our money? What's the best thing to do?" I think the best way for couples to actually work their finances is to actually look at the cost of the year and see what the cost of the year is. So what I mean is rent or mortgage, food, utility bills, there's kids involved, back to school, holidays, running cars, and actually say, right, what does it cost us a year? So let's say it costs $4,000 a month or $3,000 a month, say. That's 36 grand over the year. So in a situation where you have someone on a much higher income, they should be contributing more towards that €36,000 than somebody on a lower income. In my opinion, I think that's fair. But it's not about kind of showing. Some couples don't want to have a joint account where everyone's spending from it, but you set up what's called a working account for the house, especially if you're obviously living together. So like the couple become the MD or the CEO of their own house, and they make the financial decisions. And once a year they sit down and look at the money and say, right, we need 36 grand, 46 grand, and whatever the figure is that year, and they contribute to it on a basis depending on their salary. Generally just think that's fair. And like I said, if you're looking to run your finances like you would a company, which I think you should do, I think you have to have a balance sheet and you have to know what's coming in and what's going out, and whether you're investing money or keeping an eye on your costs, etc. So I think that's the fair way to do it.